'cause I wanna know how we look with the lights down. Full glam with the gloss and the nails done, shine like a diamond. City lights in the background and we drive slow with the windows down. 'Cause it's true when we walk in, better know that we talking. To all my girls, we got it going on. We got it, yeah, we got it going on. To all my girls, we got it, yeah, we got it going on. We got it, yeah, yeah, we got it. To all my girls, to all my girls. Yeah. Full up in the Jeep, top down, baby, that's how we livin'. All my ladies get with the vibe when the music.
Hello guys, my name is Kanisha Hudson and I'm a licensed agent at Liberty National in Florence on Anna Drive. And just a small amount of your time, I can do you some no-cost coverage. I can offer you a wheel kit at no cost. And we have a $3,000 accidental death coverage that covers you and your spouse for $3,000 and $1,000 for each one of your children under the age of 18. And just for a small amount of time, we can get you covered. And if you did like any additional coverage, we're here to help. It's your responsibility to get your family insured. You may not like it or not, but it's the best. It's best for you and your family. And you can reach me at 256-263-6063. I also have a Facebook page. Reach me at is Nicole Hudson. And I also have an email. That's KNESHA1994@gmail.com. And it's your responsibility to get your family covered. And it's best to get covered with life insurance because you never know what'll happen. You don't want to put yourself in a situation that you can't handle.
Hey, and welcome to the Pari Page Real Sisterhood podcast. And this is the place where we discuss real talk, real love with real sisters, and we discuss everything sisterhood. So, to give y'all a little brief summary of what the podcast will be about, it'll be, a look behind the curtains of sisterhood from a perspective of two biological sisters with a very close bond. So if you feel like that sounds interesting to you, this show is for the on again, off again besties. I mean, hey, y'all are sisters too.
I would say you don't have to be real like biological sisters.
Right.
I don't mean air quote biological.
Right.
You don't have to be biological sisters. Sisterhood, if it's a real sisterhood, can come in just friendship.
Yeah.
Your
chosen
kinship.
sisters.
Yeah. First cousins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you are, whether or not you a ride or die sister, or whether you are the on again, off again besties, or the on again, off again sisters, if you have a sister, then I feel this is a spot for you. And if you enjoy something that's said, I mean, hey, tune in. We're here. Yeah. So, sister. Okay, so we can start out with our names. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell the people who you are?
I'm Ree.
And I'm Paige, aka Chaz, and
Ree. Well, it's Pari's page, so but you get what do you mean, like Ree. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Paige in the Pari page, and she's the Pari in the Pari page. And there you go.
And I'm the middle sister. Well, I'm the youngest sister. There's actually three of us.
Yes.
I'm the middle sister, but the youngest to her.
Yeah, she's younger than me. Yeah. Only by 2 years.
Yeah.
But and we have another sister, and she's younger than the both of us. So, but yeah, and we'll have her on here one day. And yeah, we'll have her on here one day. And yeah, alright. And the reason why we wanted to start this podcast was because I feel like society don't push sister bonds as a norm. It's like they want to show all the negativity of sisters. You see in the media or social media, you see all the time like sisters fight all the time, sisters fall out, sisters. It says who? me and my sister, we don't always agree, but we don't even always fighting and falling out. And it's like society is telling people sisters fight all the time, sisters fall out, that they come back together. Well, sisters disagree and come back together. You don't have to. I don't know a whole lot of sisters that's always out there just fighting each other and dragging each other like people on the street. So I want to kind of shy away from that concept.
And I, excuse me, and I kind of want to bring light to even if you guys are, even if you guys don't have what you all feel like should be that like sister bond, as long as you all respect each other. Like every sister is not close. I kind of want to shed light on that too, just because that is our situation. Like every sister is not like extremely close, but as long as you all can like come together and agree to disagree respectfully, and you don't necessarily have to be like close to your sisters to still know that your sister is there for you.
Yeah,
that's that's not everybody's story either. I'm not trying to push not being close, but you get what I'm saying. Like that's true. I feel like it's a balance. Like some people, like you said, some people do fight with their siblings, and that's what's being pushed is like the conflict and what the young people be saying nowadays? No contact.
No contact.
No, I don't feel like it necessarily has to be no contact, even if it is barely contact. It's a balance. Yeah, like I feel like you don't necessarily have to talk to each other every day like you and I do, but that does not mean that it has to be like beef with your sister.
Right.
Just because you guys don't have like that
closeness.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as long as you know, I feel like you don't have to talk every day, but you know, when it comes down to it, my sister has my back. Even if I don't talk to my other sisters, because we have other sisters, even if I don't talk to my other sisters every day, if certain issues or if something comes up, my sister has my back. So,
well, I was about to start singing a song, but I don't want to when I think of my sister, I was about to start singing a song, but I don't want to sing it yet.
So yeah, we don't want copyright strikes.
So
I'm not sitting here saying have this unrealistic goal for your sisterhood. Like if you know you and your sister butt heads and y'all don't really get along like that, I'm not saying force a relationship. I'm just saying maybe you could send her a text once a week, letting her know.
Uncomfortable relationship. No, that don't necessarily have to be the case, but to just notice you have that reassurance when you need it.
Right, exactly.
And okay.
And I always loved having that. That speaks to what I wanted to talk about next, our bond and the sacredness of sisterhood. Yeah. I know everybody's not going to have the type of bond that Rhea and I have, because I don't have the same type of bond with my other siblings that I have with Rhea, and that is no slight to my other sisters. It's just me and Rhea. I don't know, if you come from a family of siblings, you understand. Everybody has that sibling that they're kind of closer to.
Yeah.
And I am closer to Rhea.
Yeah.
But that is no slight to my other sisters. And sometimes that could just be an age gap thing, because I know my older sisters are older than me. So, you know, they may not necessarily understand everything on a level in which Rhea would understand where I'm coming from.
They would, but that's not at that. They passed that point in their life because they are older.
Right, they're older than us. So, you know, it's not always that you just don't get along with your siblings. Sometimes it could be age gaps. Sometimes it could be, you know, just, you know, growing up in maybe different areas or different times. So it's not always it's not always a negative that you may not have the same type of bond that other sisters have, but whatever your bond is that you have with your sister, cherish that. You know, hold it close to the vest. Don't, you know, and I mean, I guess because growing up, we're also very close, because growing up, our parents made it very clear. Very clear.
I already know what you're about to say.
If you do not get along with each other first, you cannot go outside this house and think you're going to get along with other people. That ain't going to work.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I feel like.
And that may not work for people, but it did work for us.
It worked for us.
Because some people probably like that was toxic parenting. And no, I feel like it, in a sense, kind of. And some people you can respectfully disagree, but I feel like in a sense it kind of taught us to learn how to work out our differences with each other outside of our appearance, because that's gonna be life. This is how I'm taking it. And it helped us how to learn how to deal with other people.
Yeah, and my sister, for me, this is my perspective. To me, it taught me my sister come first. And I'm not afraid to admit that and say that. Yes, I put my sister's feelings before I put outsiders' feelings. If it is something where I have to consider my sister, if it's a group of people and we have something and we're doing something, I am going to consider Ree first. You don't have to agree with it. I'm just giving you what I do and what keeps our bond intact for me.
Thing that I felt like kept our bond intact is that we've never ran into anybody that was any friends. We do have friends outside of each other.
Yeah,
best friends, very close friends.
We do.
We've never ran into friends that overstep that.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying? Like the people that we have and are like your friends outside of me, which I don't know, we kind of share the same, but they still like.
They're still my friends and your friends,
Yeah, they never overstepped that. Like me, like, cause like we said, our relationship is not perfect in younger years, cause we've always been close. Like we was always 2 years apart. Like I remember entering high school as a freshman and you guys were a junior, and if you and I, like one time we supposed to be at summer school. Funny story. Supposed to be at summer school. The whole concept of summer school is because you didn't do what you were supposed to do in the school year. We're skipping summer school. Mind you, we have a friend with us, but the friend was introduced to us because of me, because she was my friend. And me and her get to fighting in the car while she's driving. And our friend was like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, stop. Y'all are sisters. I ain't got no parts of this. So I feel like that's what makes it too, like, when you
Chance, pull over.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, yeah.
She was like, stop it. And that's what that's what she's saying. That makes it a lot easier when you have other people who respect your relationship as sisters.
And on that note, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back to you guys in a minute.
Yep.
Hey guys, come see us at Sassy Soul Food Cafe. Come get you some wings, fried pork chop, catfish, macaroni, cabbage, turnip greens, all that good stuff. You can come see us Monday through Thursday, 11:30 to 5, and Fridays, 12 to 7. Can't wait to see y'all. Bye.
Okay, so welcome back with us. We're at the Paris page, and I am Paige, and that is
Ree.
Yes, God. Okay.
I'm hollering.
So, of course, a part of having a good sisterhood and a good sister bond is loyalty. And loyalty it's not this foreign concept. It's not this hard concept. Loyalty to me, I'll say for me, loyalty to me is just considering your sister. Right now we're talking about sisterhood. So loyalty to me is considering your sister. If you are in a situation where you know that this is something that could potentially pit you and your sister against each other, I would tell people all the time, 9 times out of 10, run it by your sister first. Don't just go ahead and agree to something, or don't just go along to get along with outsiders for the sake of appeasing other people. I don't care who does not like the fact that I am going to always, when it's a situation with my sister, I'm going to always consider my sister first. You get mad at me all you want to, I don't care.
I feel like having a sister helps you manage that, like, consideration. Or just having a sister, y'all. I don't hear us fucking up lies. It is freaking hot. Anyway,
it is hot.
Just having a sibling. Oh, be serious. Just having that sibling. See, she doing it to me.
I'm not doing it. Okay.
It helps you to have that consideration to also teach you how to have, like, loyalty.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, to teach you how to be, like I said, have that consideration and have that respect and honor the relationship that you guys have with each other. Consideration that's a part of loyalty.
Yes, it's a big part of loyalty.
Being aware of how the other person, how it could make the other person feel.
Yeah, and that's, I guess, being the oldest in the household growing up. I guess I have a problem with that now. I never wanted to be selfish because my mama would, like, if I would do certain
And
things.
she never wanted to get in trouble either.
Yeah, I didn't like getting in trouble.
I didn't mind.
I didn't like getting in trouble. Give me my peace. I've always been the type of person. I choose peace over everything else.
Yeah, I didn't mind getting in trouble.
But and my mama would always, like, if it was certain things that I would do and I would just consider myself and not think about my sisters, she would always like, don't be selfish. You should have thought about your sister. Did you think about how that would make her feel? And when I thought about it, no, I didn't. I just thought about what I wanted to do. And so when I would think about that, like, don't be selfish, that was a part of a lot of the things too. So loyalty is absolutely never, when you're loyal to someone, it ain't no selfishness in that. I don't care what nobody say, because like she just said, loyalty is consideration. You're considering someone else, even sometimes before you consider your own feelings.
Yeah.
So,
and it is possible. Like I said, even outside of you look at who is it? Like Beyonce and Solange,
yes,
Chloe and Halle. Even though they're not biological sisters like Beyonce and Kelly.
Yes, yeah.
Venus and Serena. You do have. No, we don't know these people ins and out, but I mean, I ain't never heard nothing about them on the blogs and.
Yeah, we're giving examples of sisters that we see, celebrity sisters that we see that have their relationship intact.
Well, we're gonna say public relations.
Yeah,
like
public relationships that appear to be intact. And I like that. Erica and Tina Campbell, the Mary, they are very to me, and to me, their sisterhood reminds me of us, like born and raised in the church.
Loyalty. We should have probably read this in the beginning. But loyalty is the state of being faithful and devoted to a person, cause, or nation. It involves maintaining a strong commitment and showing allegiance even during difficult times. It is a quality that engenders trust and closeness in relationships.
Yes, and I got a prime example of that. Okay, and I'm gonna tell this story because we tell this story all the time. I know she don't mind. When she got pregnant with her first son, her oldest son, our grandmother was still alive at the time, and she had spoken about the situation when it was just like, it was still in house. We had not talked about it to anyone else. My grandmother decides she gonna talk about it to one of her little church friends. And so the person had something really to say,
Chaz.
And that offended me. I didn't appreciate that. And that was the part, and I let my grandmother know in a respectful way. Grandma, didn't nobody know that she was pregnant. And I didn't appreciate you not taking her feelings into consideration before you talked about it with your friend. Because for one, that's her business. I understand she may be, you mind if I say how old you were?
Yeah, 17.
I understand she's 17, but at the same time, that's still her personal.
And we're not promoting teenage pregnancy by far.
No.
Let's put that out there. No.
But that was her personal business. I hadn't even told my best friend, because like I said, at the end of the day, my sister's feelings to me, it comes first. So I hadn't even talked to my best friend about it. And I was like, Grandma, I just didn't appreciate that. To me, that was disloyal. And I'm not saying anything that I didn't express to my grandmother when she was alive. And at first she didn't understand it, and then my mama explained it to her. This is how I raised my girls. And she felt offended because she felt offended for her sister. And that's the prime example of loyalty. Even with my own grandmother, I had to take my sister's consideration. I had to take her feelings into consideration first, because that was her situation. And like I said, it's a way to do anything, and I did it respectfully. You can take up for your sister to anybody respectfully. I've had times where I had to take up for my sister to my own parents, and I did it respectfully.
To my own kids.
Right? Yes. So you can. Loyalty is a big part of a sister bond, and all that is taking into consideration your sister and her feelings and understanding her. And another thing with a sister bond that makes a sister bond strong, in my opinion, and I feel both of us, because we're both big on this, protecting your peace.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody disturb your peace, especially when you're talking about a relationship between you and someone else. It's very easy to let outside influences come in and disrupt your peace. We have a very peaceful relationship.
Sometimes very, some people say boring, like, because I know my sister, like, this is what you guys may think because she's the vocal boy right now, but I'm the more vocal. I'm the one who express my most of the time. I'm the one who express myself more. Um, so like if my sister don't say anything or she's not very vocal about things when she's in certain settings, y'all not about to make my sister be something that she not, because that's just who she is. And I tell people like they just have to respect that. Like sometimes my sister, even with me, we can sit in the house with each other and don't talk for hours, and that don't mean we mad at each other. I just know who my sister is. Like, and even if she say something, because I remember one time, even when you guys say something to each other that you necessarily don't agree with, just digest that, pray about it, and respect it, and go on. Because I remember one time she expressed me, like I said, I've always been a vocal person, but this, I feel like when she said this to me, it really helped me. She was like, sometimes I can be very brutally honest. It hurt when she said that, but when I like digested it and dissected, it was just like, okay, Reese, sometimes you can be that person. You don't always necessarily have to say what's on your mind. Like, it's not like I'm trying to be who you want me to be. But if I care about you and I care about our relationship and I feel like it's coming from a genuine place, I feel like that was coming from a genuine place. It wasn't coming because we hadn't argued or nothing. It was just like, you know, you was just we was
I think you were
discussing something.
telling me something about another situation with someone else.
And I was like, well, damn, it kind of sting a little bit, but it was just like after like I said, after I digested it, I dissected it, and I was just like, it's not you trying to attack me, you're trying to make me feel any type of way. That's just your observation, and your observation was a fact.
And we have to be willing to accept what each other say, because she has also had, just because I'm the oldest don't mean she haven't had to pull me up and let me know too. You can be very off-putting sometimes. You can act like you be very nonchalant, like you don't care.
Yep.
And I had to check that with myself
because I'm used to that, because I've been raised with other people may not be used to that.
Yeah. So and you know, that's another thing, pulling each other by the collar sometimes and letting each other know, you know.
Just like we about to pull each other by the collar right now and make her hush. No, just like. But we're going to take a little break and we'll be back to you guys in a minute.
Alrighty.
Hey, this is Barbara down here at F&D Soul Food and Barbecue in Leeton, Alabama. The address is 2240 Railroad Street, Leeton, Alabama. 256-576-1223. I'ma tell y'all, if y'all want some good old homemade soul food, if y'all don't know where to go to, come on down to F&D Soul Food. We're open from Wednesday through Sunday from 11 to 5 p.m. That's 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday to Sunday. Wednesday is our hamburger steak day, and Friday is our catfish Friday and fried chicken. Saturday is our barbecue, and so Sunday is our biggest day. We have chicken and dressing, chitlins, barbecue ribs, pork chops, chicken, fried corn, mac and cheese, anything that, hey, everything is homemade. We don't do nothing out the can. We do fresh vegetables. Our hamburgers are fresh hamburgers. We pat them out with our hands, baby. So if you want some good, tasty, homemade food, come on down to F&D Soul Food and Barbecue in Leeton, Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Marie.
And I'm Chaz, aka I'm the page in this podcast.
Okay. Hot, y'all. Hot.
Okay, so I feel like sisterhood has been under attack for the past few years.
You do?
Yeah, I feel like if you are not straight up about, like you gave the example of Solange and Beyonce, people who are straight up about their relationship, like, don't try it.
Because you know what, Solange gonna mess them up if they do.
That's what I'm saying. If you are not straight up about like, don't try me or my sister or our bond,
Yeah.
they are gonna.
Well, now that you know you said that, this is deeper. I'm not one of those. This is just my observation, people. I'm not one of those. My opinion.
Okay.
For Sean Rock and her family.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like to see people fight. Even if I ain't gonna, you
Prime
just don't.
girl, thank you for
I don't
bringing
like
that
to
up.
see people. Y'all can fight them not because people gonna fight. You and I have disagreements. We gonna fight.
But
We
we
too
ain't
old for
fighting.
that. Yeah. I ain't got time. My bones. I
We
have to
weren't
take vitamins as it
fighting in
is.
our 20s.
Yeah, we wasn't. We wasn't. We weren't allowed to do that. But even if you were allowed, because it's normal thing. I don't want to make it seem like being fighting is normal. It's not, but you know, you kids.
We've had physical altercations,
Yeah.
like you said, as children.
But like as like and letting other people like Krishan Rock and Taziki. If I had a fucking sister like Taziki,
I wouldn't want to fight that heifer. I'm just saying.
and I'm gonna use that every damn time. Say what you want. But my sister and granted, I don't know. I just know that girl got hit. Krishan, we're not gonna see about Krishan either. Very athletic. I don't know her personal life yet, but I just hate how they family dynamic with all the allegations of actual trauma came out on that ain't in our business.
That's not our business.
So if anybody ever sees, I don't want to take it the wrong way, but I don't like stuff like that. Even if you do fight, don't put other people in your stuff. Because another thing is, like some people, like how we say most people we had around, thank God, they never overstep that boundary. Some people, when you have the internet, who come in,
some people do not care.
Yeah, it's just like
they don't care.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
And some people, it's like if they stuff is messed up, they want to mess your stuff up.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's funny that you brought that up because that was my next point of speaking is outside influences. Allowing those outside influences is a part of what can that's a part of the attack on your sisterhood.
Yeah.
And some people will do that purposely. They want to. It's like, oh well, I don't get along with my sister, so why should she be getting along with hers?
And of course, we don't understand that because that's never been our MO.
Right. So yeah, protect your don't let them penetrate your circle because some people do it just to be mean.
Oh, child, they got the windows down. Where they at? I'm on topic, but Lord have mercy, the cars just rolled by like
in Alabama with the windows down.
It's too high.
Yeah. And not all, and it's not always outside sources like friends and even partners or whatever. It could be your own family. Sometimes some people in your family can try to encourage
healthy relationships.
Exactly. They will encourage you to be distant with each other, and don't allow that. That's not cool.
And even though this is just like our main focal point of this conversation in this pod is of sisterhood, but just I want us to promote relationships that, even if it's not a sister, just relationships that you have with people, period.
Yeah.
Like our production company is family. It consists of family.
Yeah.
Like, shameless plug, shout out to our cousin, Von Eric Lou Drake. Yes, I did say his whole name. Production. Just to have a healthy relationship with your family, like just not even family, just people around you, period. I want to promote that too.
Yeah, because the world will make you think that it doesn't exist today. They will make you think that it's always something there. They want to take the smallest thing and, turn on what they used to say, the old people turn a mountain, make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
They want to do that. Don't allow that. Don't allow people to, come in and try to manipulate your bond.
Yeah.
Because we don't gatekeep our sisterhood or whatever, but we protect it.
Yeah.
And that's necessary. Anything that's worth having to you, you should want to protect it. And for me, yes, my relationship with my sister is worth having. So I'll protect it at all costs. And like I said, I don't care what people think about that. hate me if you want to for that. I don't care. That is my sister at the end of the day. She was there when none of you other wasn't.
Yeah. Right.
So
And
it is what it is. Like I said, my sister's feelings is above every, maybe that's why I ain't got no husband.
we're dealing with other people. We gotta work on that, girl. We can't
I ain't gonna put. I'm not.
We're not gonna be dealing with people's sons gonna interrupt our peace. No, we're not saying that. But yeah.
Absolutely not. I ain't do that in my 20s. I'm not doing that at this age.
So what would you say a way would be that you celebrate you?
I celebrate you every day, I feel, just by encouraging you, like, because you are hard on yourself. I'm just saying that. You are hard on yourself. I feel like I celebrate you by telling you, give yourself a little grace.
I'm learning how to do that.
That's my way of trying to be encouraging and celebrate you, is to tell you to give yourself grace. Because when none of us are perfect, we try to get it right. I ain't telling us not to try to get it right. Yeah, we try. Let's try. But we're not always perfect. And sometimes, I'm not saying you be trying to be perfect, but I'm saying you can be, if you go about your day and you don't get one thing done, one of your tasks, if you miss one task, you just feel like, oh, I just crapped the whole day away. And that's not necessarily true. So yeah, I would say I celebrate you by getting you to understand. Sometimes I deserve a little grace. I go to work. I work 10 hours a day. I still take care of my kids. I still take care of my household. I try to be there for my sister and other people as well. Give yourself I'm trying. I could see if you weren't trying at all. And then I would let you know that too.
Yeah.
But I see you trying. So for me, that's all I need in a relationship. If I can at least see that the person is trying, like with Big Head behind the camera. That's why we get along so good, because I see he be trying. He may get on my nerves, but I know he tried. He ain't like he just sit around and not do nothing.
And I celebrate you because you guys don't know, she lost. Well, I'm not gonna say she lost the whole person, but
yes, I did. She'll be telling the truth.
You lost the whole minor. Yeah. Not trying to like minimize that she gets you like that. I just say I try to push her, not like push her like forth, but I tried to help her through that. Like,
no, she
despite
did. She
what society may say your life should look like right now at your age, just start where you're at. And I just always wanted her to feel like she was enough. You don't need the societal norms to feel like you're enough. Just starting with yourself alone, you are enough.
She always told me that, because I'm be honest, because we're being honest on this podcast. I went through a depression, a very, very strenuous, very bad depression, and she would always tell me with tears in her eyes, and that's what kind of like penetrated me and made me understand. Yeah, you are enough. She would always tell me that you are enough. You don't need nothing else. You are enough. And that's one thing I could say about her. She's very encouraging. She encourages me when I feel like ain't nobody else paying attention. She is, I guess we giving each other our flowers. She's very loyal and she's scrappy. That's one thing when she was a little sister, but she is gonna fight for her sister. She gonna fight for her sister. Wait, what you say?
Yeah, especially and anybody that I care about. Like if I get my disagreements with that person, but you can't, and you cannot. And I get what people say when they be like, "Well, if they did me this way and they can do you that way." So well, let me experience that. Yeah. I get you trying to save me, but if that ain't been my experience of that person, I'm not just gonna count this person out.
I'm gonna listen to you and keep my eye open.
Yeah,
but I'm just
most definitely, yeah. But with you not in that category. I'm just saying with people. Period. It's just yeah. All right, you guys.
So we're going to take one more break, and we will be back to wrap things up in a little while, y'all.
Go to www.theflavorpodcast.com, click on the Facebook icon, and there you can view the show. Or click on the QR code.
Welcome back, everybody.
And one thing we wanted to touch on as well as part of...
Somebody hit my mic.
having a good bond is communication. You have to communicate even when it's hard. We've had and we have hard conversations with each other. And that's why they're called hard conversations. They're not going to be easy. And if you keep avoiding them, it's the problem or the existing, I don't want to necessarily say problem, but
issue.
The issue is gonna stay there. And you just gonna keep tripping around it, or you gonna start tripping over it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and have those hard conversations. I promise you, you won't die. You'll live.
You will grow. I feel like you will grow from it if it means something to you.
You will grow.
If it don't mean nothing to you.
Yeah. Yeah, so communication, make sure you communicate. And that's with any relationship, I feel. Communication is key.
Yeah.
Yep. And so what does sisterhood mean to you, ma'am?
Love, support, boundaries, respect. Having somebody in your corner even when you feel like you don't have nobody. Like everything we touched on, loyalty.
Yeah, yes. You
caring, consideration, balance.
Yeah. Yeah, sisterhood means to me what one of the things you just said. I think it speaks to the whole thing. The whole sisterhood overall is somebody that always has your back, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not saying that they agree with your BS and they go along just to get along. I'm saying they have your back. They let you know you was wrong in this, but you're still my sister. And in the public eye, we toe to toe, back to back, shoulder to shoulder. If they come for you, they coming for me.
Yeah.
The sisterhood is somebody that stands 10 toes down with you, right, wrong, or indifferent. Like I said, not supporting your BS, but supporting you.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a difference between people don't really, because like even like outside of us, like you said, you can have a sisterhood and not necessarily be biologically related. I feel like a lot of people don't know, and maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. I'm just saying like it's a difference between having that connection and having that bond. Because when you have a connection, you can disconnect the connection.
Yeah, you
can. Like you can unplug stuff, but when you have that bond and it's actually like sealed,
to me, a bond is more like a knot.
Yeah,
old people knot. Because you know, old folks
hard. And some people will probably say that's like a toxic strong. No, I feel like it's work because people feel like too we have to have certain things in common. Yes, I do feel like having things in common could contribute to that, but I feel like even like you can still have a strong sisterhood and y'all live two totally different lives.
Yeah.
Like no slice of you, like, you know, I'm a mother. Biologically, you're not a mom.
Right.
But we still navigate our relationship. Like you said, I work 10 hours a day, maybe 6 hours a week. That's not your ministry. You know, you know, yeah. You know, you don't have, you know, what Jay said, I don't have any kids. I don't have, you know, our lives are different, but that still does not negate. And then I have some friends that are just now that I've been friends with since I was 7 years old. We not even friends because it's at this point. Just not most, and then I can't say this. Most of the people that I do have in my court, like their kids are not my oldest two kids' age because I was younger when I had my oldest two. But that does not just because they're now starting motherhood in this stage of our life does not mean that we can't still, because I understand what it's like to be that first time mom. Even though guaranteed I was so much younger the first time around, and I'm able to have my freedom right now, does not mean I'm going to negate the fact that she's a new mom, so that she just can't do some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily feel like we have, sometimes having things in common do work, just because y'all don't have a lot of things in common, as long as y'all have that bond and y'all also have that connection with it, you know, don't let that come in between the relationships. I mean, it kind of grow y'all a little distant, but don't let that come into something that's worth still having and fighting for. Because if it's the old friendship, or even if it is just a new friendship developing, just because y'all are not in the same space, you guys are not like in the same space in life, don't mean that, you know, we should just throw this away. Yeah. No. So yeah.
So we have come to the end of our pilot episode of
Yay!
Cheers. The Paris page.
We're gonna turn the next page next week. Yeah.
The Real Sisterhood Podcast. And we just want to thank y'all for listening and tuning in. If you stayed to the end, thank you for hanging in there with us to the end. And if you have anything, if you have sister stories that you would like to talk about, or put it down in the comment section if there's a comment section, because production has not let us know that yet. We will put our emails and our social handles on the next episode where
you will, because I'm working on mine.
Yeah, well, I'll put my email and social handles where you may be able to send us stuff and let us know your sister stories. And if you would like, tag your sister or tag a sister friend and let them know about the podcast, and where we can be found. And we will let you all know that at a later time when production let us know that as well. So, I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and we will continue to keep these coming as long as you guys continue to listen and watch. We'll be here.
All right. And on that note, we are out. Thank you guys.
Bye.